summer's pretty much upon us and a few million kids are basically going to be let loose on the world for the next couple of months, I wanted to say something about modern parenting. Namely, I'd like to see some. Please don't misunderstand, I have no problems at all with kids. In fact, I'm quite fond of them, when they behave themselves. Even though I'm relieved to say I'm not a parent myself, I can't help but be really dismayed at how stupid some people are about their own kids. Not too long ago, I went on vacation to Walt Disney World. Most of the time it was quite a nice trip, but while I was at Magic Kingdom, I saw something that was so monumentally stupid that I was praying for certain parents to get neutered in a freak accident. You see, in line for the Peter Pan ride, I saw a little boy, maybe 3 years old, just running around the crowd on his own. His parents were 3 feet or so behind him, barely even watching him, as this boy almost slipped out of line into the sea of general tourists on several occasions. Let me be very clear. There were at least a dozen or so people between these adults and their child, all of whom were crammed really close together. Also, the crowd in the park was so thick that a boy that small could have just disappeared if they wandered into it on their own. In short, if the kid got out of the line, there's no way his parents could have stopped him. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. The other adults in line, myself included, were good enough people to make sure that the boy did nothing to hurt himself, and did their best to steer him back towards his own family, who honestly couldn't care less, judging by how often they let him wander alone immediately afterwards. Meanwhile, in resisting the urge to scream at these morons, I'm grinding my teeth so hard I'm getting cavities. So, on behalf of every responsible adult out there who's had to corral a stranger's kid, I have a simple message for you yuppie idiots like these. Watch your own damn kids, okay? It is not my job, nor anyone else's, to be your involuntary, unpaid babysitter. Act like grown-ups and actually take care of your own fucking brood once in a while. In a case like Disney World, consider this fact. If I was able to grab your kid, anyone could have grabbed your kid! Be glad that I was actually interested in keeping the toddler safe. A theme park that crowded would be like a buffet to a pedophile. And like I said, if that happens, good luck seeing your child alive again. While we're on the subject of the really stupid things that parents let their kids do nowadays, a couple weeks ago I went to see Iron Man at the show and witnessed something rather interesting. There were a couple of teenage girls around us, as well as some tween girls. Among the latter group was a girl who was maybe 9 years old, wearing a strapless, high-hemmed dress. I've probably seen swimsuits that were more modest. However, the teenage girls in front of me saw this, and thankfully they didn't like it either. They made comments about it not only being really trashy, but that this girl looked so slutty she could very well get pregnant by the time she was 14. At least I hope she said 14. I didn't say anything about it at the time for some fairly obvious reasons. However, if those girls happen to be watching, I do have something that I would like to say now. Thank you. I really mean that. I mean, because of how insane the world is these days, I'm honestly not sure if I want to have kids myself. But if I do, and especially if they turn out to be daughters, I hope that they also turn out to be as level-headed as you are. Enough said.